is a brisk night in the Midwest as we bring you football from Paul Brown Stadium in the Queen City, Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of the sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Houston Texans. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now. It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. That's complete to his tight end, Paulson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive.
Evan McPherson for the extra point.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
On the return, here's a dangerous Cordero Patterson.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Watson. It's complete to Chris Conley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Watson now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mixon will try the right side. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Here's a give to Mixon. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. He will find his man Chase complete.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He finds his target, Beckham. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
7 yards, the pick up there.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Now Burrow. Flushed out right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Third and 2, now Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good.
And the lead moves to 10-zip.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first-half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a give to Lindsey running right. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And, Charles, for this defense, they're a confident bunch. Some may say maybe too confident at times. How do you think that they approach a game like this when they're taking on a team that's lost 4 straight?
Well, if they're anything like their head coach, you know they're relying on that confidence. You and I both were sort of surprised at his weekly press conference when he was asked about this being a trap game. And he's almost boasting that he didn't see anything to worry about. That surprised both of us in a big way because we know that could be a dangerous tactic because I can guarantee you the guys on the other side, they heard that, and they're looking for anything to galvanize them.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 30.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Watson just beating the play clock.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Into the hands of Patrick left side. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. To the air yet again. Watson got his man. It's Eifert.
And he is going to have a Texans first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
First down, Houston.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. Now Watson. He gets it to Cooks. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Cleveland Farrell make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because his defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of 1st. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Here we go. 43's the mic. Here we go. Hey, cut.
They'll run on first down. Mixon, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Deebo Samuel with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Now a first down throw, Watson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throwing again on second down. Burrow.
This goes out wide from Mixon.
And he'll go down at the 28. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
And this defense going to bring out a couple extra DBs here on 3rd and a yard.
Burrow will throw. This will be caught at Samuel. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, a chip shot here.
McPherson's kick is good.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Now it's Patterson.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Steps away to his left. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw is Watson. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Faking the give. Now Watson. He's got his target, Chris Conley. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. Off of play action, it's Watson. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And the Texans are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead now down to 20. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. And he will find his man Samuel. 20. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play there for Cincinnati.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And the top speed he attained, according to Next Gen Stats, 21.3 miles per hour. McPherson now for the extra point.
And that stretches the lead to 27.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Now it's Patterson.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
And now Watson throws another interception.
Picked off by Von Bell. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Now they go play action now. Burrow eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
And now hang tight here. Quarterback Joe Burrow yet to get up after that play.
While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. A handoff to Mixon. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Now it's the backup Newton. To Mixon on the check down. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
Space to run past the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now Mason, and he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said, we've been run over, run around, run through all game long. Can we come up with one stop right here? And on that play, they did.
Here's a run with Mixon, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his second touchdown of the night, and the Bengals just continue to pour it on. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Now it's Patterson. And now how about this return? He's to midfield. Cordell Patterson. And he will score. Touchdown, Texans. Still down very big on the scoreboard, but a little feather in their cap here.
And it's a big-time play, and if you don't get energized after a kick return, well, then your team just doesn't have any spark. We'll find out if this is the start of a big comeback or just cosmetics as we go along.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. Second down at 5.
20.
Play action. It's Newton. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. Here we go.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And that pick 6 a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession fourth-quarter lead. The Cam's throw into the hands of Sample. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
On first down, Mixon, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Back to throw, Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Now it's Newton. Dumps it off to Mixon. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to make it fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Watson now to throw. Rolling to his right. Throw left side, complete. That's Lindsey. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check 15, check 15. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Mike, check.
Watson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here's Watson. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Cleveland Farrell has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Watson off play action. Being chased out left. And it's complete to Eifert. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
Push it back. Push it back. 12. Stop.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. After the penalty, it's Mixon. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Sponge. No. 11 mighty. 43. Check. 43.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. That's complete to his tight end, Paulson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Play action. It's Burrow. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. Past the 20. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well, because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and 2, Burrow. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. A draw play for Mixon. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Great coverage there. Holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Watson. Complete to Eifert. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Watson to throw. A little check down to Lindsey. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Here's Watson. Flushed out right. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bengals,
the final 3 weeks are going to tell the story as they move to 9-5 on the year.
And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they've plummeted now to 3-11. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants.